Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Farlands or Bust. Pant Pants, this is episode 733 of the series. Oh, that's right. We're in this snowy biome. It's been a while. It's been a decent while. Right, Wolfie? Indeed. Let's secure the episode. Let's secure the episode. Let's secure the hidey hole and continue the episode for your Thursday. It's becoming a Thursday thing. Tharland's Thursday. Thursday, April 11th, 2019. Continuing. Oh, Wolfie knows this way is west. All right, nice. A wolf companion and a compass. Continuing west. Oh, that's right. We do need some food for that compass. Oh, jeez. I don't think that was a net profit at all. Wolfie took damage and then got some food. But yeah, we're continuing on here. Episode 733, and we're continuing to raise money for Direct Relief. If you go to farlandsorbust.com, there's a big banner tracker across the top and buttons and donate doohickeys that you can support the cause. We're up to $24,277.81 this season. Thank you, everybody who continues to support. A little sideshow, Bob, to that is if this weekend you want to take a little break from donating to Direct Relief through Farlands or Bust, it would be a good time to, because we are holding the Mindcrack Marathon Spring Edition. This is the one where we all stay at home. Like the lazy bums we are. No, this is kind of the pre-full Mindcrack marathon in the fall. The fall marathon is the big banana. It's the big enchilada. The big bowl of pho is in the fall. This is the spring one where we're all staying at home. Most of us, and we'll be doing, obviously, opening with a UHC, the types of UHC where you can donate. Of course, we're supporting Extra Life, once again, Extra Life charity, and you can donate and then use your donations to give us items to help us throughout the game, or, like spawn a wither or make a weird creeper noise happen behind us, which is has been a fantastic addition to the event. But then it's going for 24 hours. It's going to start noon on Saturday the 13th Eastern time, and it will go to noon Sunday the 14th Eastern time, starting off with the UHC. And then, this I'm excited for, the triumphant and temporary return of speedrunners. Gotta get back in my OG cosmonaut character. Do some speedrunners for a bit, and then some Jolf we'll be doing. I'm gonna try to participate in all those things. Oh, there you go. And then there's a whole other list of items on the Mindcrack Twitter. There's a whole schedule up. Doing stuff like Gareth's modifications, the TTT and the Prop Hunters. Twitch Sings. Also, Wreckfest for breakfast, which I've got to get up bright and early on Sunday morning to participate in and potentially host as well. For 24 hours, raising money for Extra Life charity. So yeah, if you want to check that out and support that cause, help us out in the UHC. We don't know what teams or anything are going on. We're going to randomize it or something right before we start, probably, as is often the case. But you'll want to support my team regardless, right? Wolfie knows. So cool, that's happening this weekend. I wanted to get that out there, make sure everybody was up to speed on that. Indeed. And of course today is a busy, we're recording this on Wednesday, but today's a busy science space day. They released the first actual image of a black hole. It's Event Horizon, which is pretty cool. It's very fuzzy and faint, but it's an incredibly detailed picture and the first of the actual event horizon, kind of the shadow, quote unquote, of the black hole, and then the disk, the accretion disk of energy and light around it, even if it is X-ray light. So that's very cool. Everybody's going nuts about that. That's neat stuff. I mean, we're pretty close to, in the next, I don't know, maybe even just a handful of years, getting the first images. I mean, we already do have images of exoplanets, but like, instead of just little bright dots around the star, be like, oh, like here's an exoplanet with like maybe not surface detail, but surface differences. That's going to be another big milestone in the telescopic astronomical achievements in our lifetimes here. Yeah, with like the James Webb Space Telescope, even there's what is it? There's so many names for these telescopes. There's like the super, ultra, mega, very super large telescope. I keep seeing updates on my Twitter. Look at this perfect little doorway for us to walk through. Found a little bit of a security loophole in your barricade there, Minecraft. And that, you know, those even ground-based telescopes with adaptive optics will have much better resolution even than the Hubble Space Telescope. So, yeah, very interesting stuff. What I found interesting is it makes sense when you think about it, but we're not, even though it's much, much closer, it's not a photo of the supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way galaxy. It's actually the galaxy M87, which is 55-ish million light years away, which is crazy. And it makes sense because while we have studied at length the black hole at the center of the Milky Way, it's difficult to resolve because we're looking through the entirety, or at least our half of the Milky Way, with dust and clouds and other stars and brightness that gets in the way. So photographing M87, which is in a diffuse, what's the word? Is it diffuse? It's a diffuse. It doesn't have a structural spirals, the galaxy. It's a diffuse galaxy, so there aren't those gas and dust structures blocking the path. There isn't as much interference to photograph, to get resolution out of the image. And it is cool. XKCD just published a comic that gave a good reference for scale as to what we're looking at. And pretty much the dark donut, the dark center part of the donut is about the distance that Voyager 1 has traveled from the center of our solar system. So if you, which is amazing. Like you think, oh, that's not really detailed at all. Well, yeah, from 55 million light years away, they were able to picture something the size of our little tiny solar system, which also itself doesn't necessarily emit light because it's a black hole. But yeah, that's very cool. I mean, I'm sure some people might have been expecting some crazy awesome looking thing like from Interstellar. You can kind of imagine that might be an accurate representation of what it might look like. There's kind of a brighter edge of the disk. You can kind of try to imagine the three-dimensionality, the spherical nature of the atmosphere, I guess you could call it, of the black hole. It's neat stuff. Weird, wild stuff. Science! Science. So that's cool. That's very cool. Very cool indeed. And then, of course, also today is potentially a launch, the second launch of the Falcon Heavy rocket. We're kind of counting down about 2-ish hours. There are some weather wind constraints that we're watching, but Falcon Heavy, and this is like an actual, they're not just launching a car into space, this is an actual customer satellite launch, which hopefully will be very cool, and we're going to try to watch it here live on stream after we're done recording this episode of Flob and maybe doing something else really quick. But yeah, science! And then there's a lander that's about to land on the moon, which is pretty cool. Robotic lander, obviously, but it's going to be the first private landing, and the fourth country to soft, quote-unquote, land on the moon. So neat. Science! And awakeness. And awakeness. And scienceness. Right, Wolfie? Continuing on. Continuing on indeed. We do have some questions, a few questions from donors to Direct Relief at farlandserbus.com. This first one from the aptly named Michael J. Phlox. If you had bought a more expensive old-timey car, you're assuming I had the funds to do so. If you were to have bought a more expensive old-timey car, say a DeLorean like I did. Ooh, look at Michael J. Phlox here flaunting his DeLorean. This is a children's show. Don't flaunt your DeLorean like that. Would you be able to enjoy it, or would you be too afraid someone would steal it or damage it? I don't think, like, even if I had the funds, I could see myself buying something more rare or valuable, but a used, not a museum piece, but like a drivable example of it. So yeah, I do have my Datsun S30 dreams, 240 or 260 or 280Z, but when it's inevitable, I say, when I do get one, it's not going to be a pristine numbers matching, this is an early numbers, yada yada yada, sort of restoration or barely driven single owner example. It's gonna be it's gonna be pretty junky. Maybe not junky, but drivable. And that was kind of my earliest kind of requirements for when I was shopping for a fun car, classic car, was that I want it in driving condition. And I suppose that is kind of I've never been in a position. I guess I got the Corolla, or not the Corolla, the Cavalier, my second car, brand new, but it was a Cavalier. But I still, when it was brand new, whenever you buy a brand new car, you're kind of protective of it. But I never, I didn't like park in the back of parking lots or anything like that. I know that cars are meant to be driven. And it's honestly, it's a little, like, to each their own, collectors and whatnot, but it's a little bit sad when I see, like, an old school car and it's like, only has 800 miles and still has all the original paper mud guards and things like that from the dealership. I'm like, oh, that's sad. Nobody enjoyed this car. Also, it might not be a good thing, because then, unless they've kept up maintaining it, then that means, like, the fluids are old and the seals and rubber are not properly, like, worn in and used, and they might be old and cracking and stuff. So yeah, sometimes a low mileage car is a bad thing. But yeah, I don't. I want something I can drive in any state, in any state across these fine United States. No, and even to the point where I do find, at least for hashtag aesthetic, I do find kind of ratty, junky, the Ratsons. You know, the old. As long as it like runs and drives, and doesn't necessarily frequently leave me stranded. I think that's a plus. Like, rust is obviously a big problem with old cars, but I don't think it's, unless it's structural, I don't think it's like an aesthetically displeasing thing, or probably like, there's rust. So, yeah, yeah, I mean, I was kind of, I had a good chuckle when I took a picture of that Jaguar F-Type, and people thought I bought it. I don't know that I would be able to own. I mean, hey, I would be able to own, but I would drive it, and I would probably make people sad because it would get little dings and dents and parking lot bumps on the sides and whatever. Yeah, not yeah. Cone in chat here is saying like intentional bad shape. Yeah, no, I wouldn't like purposefully like sand paint off or, you know, mismatch door colors and stuff like that. But I appreciate a car that is allowed to be a car. Allowed to roam free across the countryside. So yeah, I don't know. I think like just my own personal financial situation, I can't see myself ever being in a position to like, I mean, it'd be cool to own like a big old fancy wing-a-ding-a 57 Chevy or something like that. But then at the same time, yeah, I don't want a car that I'm only like gonna take to like car shows and show off a show car, a trailer queen, etc. So yeah, that's rough. It's like, it's not rough. It's just, it's hard to explain. Whoa, that's a dude. He's got a gun. That dude's got a gun. We'll let him be. So yeah, I mean, and even I'm a little bit kind of range shy with the Corolla, just because I know that it is a fine example of a Corolla. It's certainly the best one I've ever seen, as far as like original condition, rust-free, except for the muffler. That I do like. I don't want to bring it to a muffler shop when there's rain on the horizon, where it's gonna like maybe take a day or two and it's gonna be parked outside. You know, I'm kind of halfway sensitive about that, but otherwise, I enjoy driving it more so. I haven't even taken any like car shows or anything like that. Good thing I don't live in an area that's known for rain or recent feet of snow. Oh man. So yeah, I like, even if like a DeLorean, I would drive a DeLorean if I had it. It can't rust. Of course, drive a DeLorean. Yeah, I'm like trying to think of a condition, but I wouldn't get myself in that condition to begin with, I guess. Indeed. Kuro, with a question, asks, It's been a while since I've watched Flob. The jitter! The jitter is too much. The jitter is this, the offset, the positioning, the floaty precision errors. It's still 2. People thought it was going to be doubling soon. It might, but it's still just the 2 texture pixels off right now. Wolfie knows. He's doing the math. He's keeping it. The jitter is too much, but Podbean really helps. Oh, does it? I listen to you and Wolfie while I walk my dog and other occasions as well. Do you listen to any podcasts, maybe space-related? Isaac Arthur's is a good one. I do not, unfortunately. Again, it's hard since I don't commute anywhere. That's would have normally in the past been my music listening or any sort of audio listening environment, and I don't work. Full stop. No, I don't work like at an office or do the web design thing anymore, where I would have my headphones in and listen to music or podcasts or whatever. So yeah, I don't have time to. I don't make time to. Let's put it that way. I guess I listen to like clips of like Mabim Bam and like funny comedy podcasts and stuff like that. But I never sit down and listen to full episodes. I guess if I were to, I haven't been on a flight in a long time, but going on flights, I'll like the night before, like be like, oh shit, I need to find stuff to listen to, or to keep myself occupied on this flight. So I'll like download a bunch of like recent podcasts. So yeah, Brother and Me is funny, and I enjoyed that. Scroobius Pip, Distraction Pieces podcast is good. Our friend, our good famous friend Dan Lassac, just started his own podcast, very along the similar lines, but also under Scroobius Pip's umbrella, I guess, podcasting empire, which is cool. And hey, if you like podcasts and the previous topic, cars, then boy, do I have one for you to check out. In the morning. And awakeness. Do you know, every time I start snoring like that, she'll sit up next to me in the chair here. She's like, "You're done, right? That's the end. That's it, right? We can have attention on me now?" No. Need to learn to count to 3 there, Juno. Wolfie knows. But yes, I've mentioned this before. Maybe not on Flob, but good friends. Good friend of the show. One Cone Dodger and ZK and Less Cubes are dabbling. We're dabbling. We've dabbled and in the podcast, where we're going to look at and discuss and have just a fantastic time looking through and judging, ever so sternly judging, various used car postings found throughout the internet. And the title of said podcast is Ran When Parked. I will be able to share a link when I pay attention to the Discord and our planning about when it's going to be published. But yeah, that's what we were joking about before. Yeah, we're trying that out. And that should be cool. Right, Cone? Will it be up by the time this Flob episode happens? I know we were planning on it, but I don't know where we're at. They're probably waiting on me to do something. So yeah, I mean, we recorded the first episode, and we're gonna throw it up on the wall and see which noodles stick, and then there's an endless stream and supply of content for us to pick and choose from. But yeah, that I'm looking forward to. So I'll keep y'all's updated to that. In case you're more and more interested in the car side of things, the Craigslist, and that was very much started on Cone's patron Discord. There's a whole channel where we just save, and that's honestly it's the Discord channel where everybody was putting postings and searching things in the Seattle area when I was looking, and the Corolla was first posted there. And then I ended up posting like a 54 Chevy, and they're like, that's a horrible idea. What was that? I feel like that's badness. Is that a creeper? Oh, it's a cow. We're good. So yes, there was much enabling being made there. And so we decided we need to share this with the world, or a very small population within the world. And yeah, I'll have links maybe by the time this episode is up, maybe not, possibly by the weekend. We can cross promote it on the Mindcrack Marathon going. Yeah, there's going to be a video version because it is a bit of a visual medium, and I'm sure we'll get better at maybe describing those things we see for those who just listen to an audio podcast version. But yeah, we obviously have screenshots of the listings and funny things to look at. But yeah, it seems fun. Was fun, and it hopefully will continue to be fun, and something you guys will enjoy to hear, listen to, and see. But yeah, it's going to be called Ran When Parked. Wolfie. We're having fun. Everybody's having fun. So yeah, to answer fully the question, no, I don't listen to podcasts. There even hasn't lately been. But if like a musician or celebrity or somebody I follow who is like, oh, I'm a guest on this podcast, I'll like do my best to give a listen in whatever little smidgens of times I can make it happen. But no, I don't have any like regular listening thoughts or favorites or anything like that. K-Sky, with their donation, just before we started recording here today, asked, aesthetically speaking, what's your favorite number? 96. Because it's the opposite of the sex number. It's laying butt to butt. 96, neat. Yeah, instead of nice, you say neat. I don't know why, but 27 has always been a good number. It just is a nice, I guess probably it's a good age. It's like an age where you kind of stop being a youth and start being an older experienced, wise mountain man. No, I don't know. It's just like the number 27. It kerns well. It kerns well, depending on the font. Everybody's saying 42. Is that not a little generic? Like, I get it. I never read the books, and I just saw the movie, and it was like, okay, that was weird. But the whole 42... I mean, I understand. It's like it's a lexicon of a culture, the sci-fi, nerdy culture thing. But I also find it kind of weird that, like, Elon Musk seems to take, like, the Nerddom 101 and then names all of his ships and, like, puts Don't Panic on the Tesla. And I don't know. It just I'm not judging because I I am judging. I don't. I personally am not involved, and I don't even. I didn't even take the 101 class. I missed out on a lot of stuff. I didn't really have many. I didn't really have any entryways. Entryways? Yeah. Any paths. Nobody opened any of those doors for me early on. So I'm. Maybe it's just because I'm missing out that I'm like, y'all are just basic. Y'all are basic nerds. Yeah, I don't know. 27 always just seemed aesthetically like a good number. Hold on, I need to go change all of my pins now. Yeah, I don't know. Aesthetically speaking, yeah. There's no mathematical reasoning behind it. It's purely from a design standpoint. 27 has a lot going for it as far as what can be done with the design. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Indeed. What else is going on? We just ran out of questions. But don't forget, Mindcrack Marathon this weekend. I mean, I'm not going to stop you if you want to donate to Direct Relief through farlandsofbust.com, but if you want to hold on to some of those pennies to give to Extra Life during the Mindcrack Marathon, help us out during the UHC. Just sit back and enjoy the show, playing speedrunners, fun things. Ooh, that reminds me, I should buy that second controller that I'm never going to buy for the PC here so I can play speedrunners. Indeed. But man, Farlands or Bust. Still getting good views, too. So I appreciate everybody watching. It's kind of... I just noticed that the most recent episode reached the same amount of views as the episode before it. So that's kind of like, that's good. I should probably bring out a new episode. When an episode hits the same number of views that the previous episode has, then yeah, it's time to cycle the subscription boxes, I guess. Look at this vertical on-fire landscape of burnitude and majesty. In the last episode, oh geez, the whole place is burning down. It's in fuego, as they say. Perhaps I should set up camp a little bit further away from the molten death and lava. Liquid hot magma. Oh, good lord! Oh, good lord! What is happening? It's the apocalypse. Well, I guess I can do it here. There's no... Oh, geez, Wolfie, come up. Yep. Can't escape. This is a active geologic area. Hey, you with the face. Up here now, please. Yay, have a seat. All right. Let's dig in for this final hidey hole of the episode. Appreciate you tuning in. Remember farlandsorbust.com when you want to donate to Direct Relief, but mindcrackmarathon.com. I'm really involved in the planning. It will, by all means, be at twitch.tv/mindcrack. But I think mindcrackmarathon.com is also a resource you can use, or Twitch or twitter.com/mindcrack as well, or just follow me in all these places, and I will be sure to lead you in the right direction. It is .com. That's what I thought. Mindcrackmarathon.com. Oop, the click and drag doesn't work. All right, there's at least one or two people who are very concerned about my abilities to smelt and have more iron. So there. Are you happy? Let's make a bed. Or 3. A couple boats. Yeah, fire extinguisher just in case. This whole place is going up. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Don't forget, this weekend, like I was literally just saying 4 seconds ago, the Mindcrack Marathon, UHC, speedrunners. Speedrunners, everybody. Man, we're gonna all be so bad at that game. Oh, spooky noises. And yeah, I'll see you then. And yeah, how do I end these? My name is Kurt. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time. Oh yeah, don't forget about the Ranwen Parked podcast. I already kind of plugged it earlier, but ZK is telling me in chat to do it too. But yeah, good night. This is a children's show. Don't flaunt your DeLorean like that.